Many people do not know much about living transgender, when people are born into one body but believe they belong in another.
For one Council Bluffs teen and her family, it has been a very difficult and painful process. Reporter Lindsay Thies has tonight's special report, Teen in Transition.
I feel like we're all going through the same struggles. My name is Josie Doltz. I am 15 years old. I go to Thomas Jefferson High School.
Ask any teen, middle school, high school, is a tough journey. For Josie,
I guess I'm just your average teenage girl.
That tough journey started far sooner. Josie was born Jacob. Same blonde hair, same big smile. A boy.
Back then I didn't really know what transgender was, but I knew her journey would be different.
Mom Melanie recalls early on Jacob's interests were different than his younger brothers, Jared and Jackson.
We would let them go to Toys R Us and buy a toy, and her brother would buy like a semi-truck or a Hot Wheel, and she would want Little Mermaid things or a Barbie or a pink purse.
I always gravitated towards nail polish and Barbies.
Mom let Jacob wear his hair the way he wanted, which is when the opposition began.
Got lots of odd looks, and a couple people were like, "Really? That's your son?" And I just went with, no matter who she is, boy or girl, it's my child.
Josie is transgender, and her story isn't one that's unknown. But little is still widely known about transgender individuals because there are so few studies about them.
The difficulty is that not a lot of these people are identifying themselves in clinic situations or even to show up for research studies. There's still so much stigma and difficulty kind of coming out as transgender.
One thing is certain, though. Being a transgender teen like Josie isn't easy.
I think middle school for her was hell.
I fear being rejected. I fear people just I feared people talking about me. I feared people just causing drama.
There are so many things that are gender specific, like bathrooms is a great example. You have to go in one or the other. There's nothing in between.
I went into the boys' restroom, and there was a class that went in there and took a break after like lunch or something like that. And I remember going in there, and I was in the stall, and I remember them coming in, and I just froze. I was so terrified. I was so scared.
Josie says that some of that fear and pain began to subside when she made the decision to be proud of her journey.
Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a story time video.
She switched high schools, changed her pronoun, and started introducing herself as Josie. She says she's not ashamed of Jacob, she's just proud of who she is. Like many teens, Josie is taken to social media. But in between the typical teen selfies and self-indulgent posts, there's an important message.
I'm myself, and that's really all that matters.
It has taken a lot of family therapy and eventually led to Mom and Dad splitting up.
I mean, it was one of the many reasons that we ended up getting a divorce. Just because he was Jacob is a boy, pounded that into her head.
But for Melanie, when it comes to the journey her kids are on,
we just kind of bumble through it and put a smile on our face and greet the day.
In Council Bluffs, Lindsay Thies, KMTV Action 3 News.
Medical therapists updated their manual in 2012 to no longer call transgender a mental disorder. Josie plans to fully transition when she is older.